Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be creating an Sparking Zero tier list, okay? Some rules for it so we can get into it. First, DP battles, it's our, point of reference. I do not care about single fights. Like when you fight with only one character, just pick, very high cost characters and have fun. Like there's no other discussion for it. The meta discussion of the game is centered on DP battles, so that's going to be the center of the tier list. And also, we are not going to be ranking characters exclusively on their power, in terms of like stats and transformations and forms. We're going to be ranking characters in terms of how strong they are, but also how convenient they are as a pick. Because since you need to basically have a limited amount of characters due to point cost, it is also important if a character is very cost efficient. Also, I'm only going to be ranking, like base form characters. I'm not going to take into account all the transformations. I will rank a base form character taking into consideration all the transformation that it has. And basically, we're going to assume that base form characters have access to the transformations, and that's it. So if you like this type of content, please consider giving a like and subscribing, and let's get into the tier list. With Teen Goku, he's pretty mid. Like, he's not a bad character, but he's just decent. It's very fun, but it's not the strongest in terms of stats. It also doesn't have access to any transformations, etc. So it's just a decent character. Base Goku early is also mid. It's not a good character at all. Like, again, fun, but not strong. Okay, here we start with a decent discussion. Base Goku mid, Namek Goku, so to speak, and Cell Saga Star Goku. It's crazy strong because he has access to this, to Super Saiyan Goku, and he has, instant access to his ultimate. He also does pretty high damage for a 5-point cost character. So he's for sure high tier at least. He's really, really strong. It is even arguable that he could be top tier, like low top tier. Base and Goku, it's also high tier. He's really, really strong because Super Saiyan 3 Goku is super strong. So like nothing to discuss there. The Super Saiyan 3 form is just, very strong, has high stats. And it's also, just 5 points. So it's not like a huge cost in terms of the character. Vegeta's counter, it's also mid, but it's like high mid because he has access to Great Ape. And Great Ape forms, even though they are trash, they still have, like some super armor, so you can cheese people with them. So he deserves to be on mid tier. Base Vegeta, you could argue he should be here. Like, his transformations are strong, he has good stats, good damage, it's a good overall character, and like he also is not that, high cost. So he deserves to be there. Base Vegeta and the same. It's a really good character, has really good transformations, like there's not a lot to discuss here. Majin Vegeta, like, he's like low high tier because he has, a higher cost, but he's strong. So all these characters, have this sort of same reasoning in which they basically have access to transformations or they are transformed right away, but they are not super high cost, and that makes them high tier, like almost, automatically, because you have a lot of viable characters in the game. So there's nothing to really, discuss around if they are good or bad. They are just decent and they are powerful in their own way because they are not, a high cost character. Then we have Base Vegeta, okay? This is where we start, to get super crazy characters. Base Vegeta is top tier. Both forms of Vegeta are crazy. If you are playing, like the Dragon Ball Super versions of Goku and Vegeta, you can fuse into Vegeta, and you can, use some of the health bar from both Goku and Vegeta and then fuse, so you get all your health back, which is insane. And if you pick Base Vegeta right away, he's also super strong because he's 7 points of cost. So it is a high cost character, but it is not 10. So you can for sure use it on your team without that much trouble. Then we have Super Gogeta from C. We're only going to rank the base Gogeta, but it's also top tier. So when we get to it, we're going to talk about it. Kid Gohan is trash. Nothing to say about it. It's a very bad character. Base Gohan, even though it has access to Super Saiyan 2, I don't know if he's that good. Like, I would say he's like Majin Vegeta. He's like low, high tier. Specifically because, like, Gohan transformations don't feel that strong. Like, Super Saiyan 2 has instant access to the ultimate, which is very good, but you have to go all the way to Super Saiyan 2 for it. So he's good. He's still very good. The same with Adult Gohan. They are very, similar characters. Ultimate Gohan, I feel like Ultimate Gohan is like high tier. Like he's very strong, but he's high cost. And the good thing is that you get, the best version of the character right away. He doesn't have any transformations, but that is also bad because he doesn't have any sort of power up. But he's really strong. Base Future Gohan, the same argument, that Mid Goku has. Instant access to ultimate after transformation. Very, strong. Very high damage for, a character that is only 5 cost. Then Base Sword Trunks. This character is also high tier, because he's only 4 points. He also has instant access to his ultimate, and he has very complex combos, or you can do complex combos because he has a sword, and all the sword characters in the game have very sophisticated combo potential, and that makes them a better character because it's hard to counter. They're in between their combos, so yeah, he's super strong. Then Base Melee Trunks, it's also really strong because when Melee Trunks goes Super Saiyan, he has one of the highest stats in the game. It's comparable to the fusions. So it is a very strong character. Do not sleep on it. Kid Trunks and Goten, I would say they are like high mid tier. Even though they go all the way to Super Saiyan, it's not that strong. But you can argue that they are like the end of high tier because they can go Gotenks. So, but I don't know, it's not really worth it. Like, just pick Goku and Vegeta from Super, or pick, Caulifla and Kale to go into Kefla. There's better, fusions to go. Gotenks, though, I think it's top tier. Like, all fusions are really strong, and Gotenks doesn't have, the highest cost in terms of the fusions. So, yeah, he's top tier character. He's really strong. Piccolo, all versions of Piccolo and Nail. Piccolo, when fused with Kami, I would say is like bottom of high tier. He's really good, really strong. Piccolo regularly is just mid tier, and Nail it's trash. It's a very bad character. The Sea Fighters, they're all low tier. They are not that strong. Like Yajirobe is better though. He's high because of the Sensu Beam, mechanic. He's really strong because he can get health, constantly, and he's a very cheap character. So it's like kind of a cheese character. So he's really strong in comparison to the other like Sea Fighters. Master Roshi, I would actually say that it's also low high tier because he's incredibly cheap. He has access to abilities that make him untargetable, and he can transform also. And when he transforms, he gets a full key bar. Like he's really strong. Like, do not sleep on Master Roshi. Mr. Satan is trash, nothing to say. Fun, but trash. Videl, it's mid tier. Like, she has decent combos. She's super cheap. No, it's decent. Bardock, high tier. High tier character. Again, access to the ultimate right away with skill points. High damage for such a low cost character. And he's super cool. So he's really strong. Then we have Raditz. I mean, Raditz, it's awful. It's just low tier. Nappa, though, top tier. Nappa has crazy high stats, okay? And he's super cheap. He's only 3 points. He's one of the best, cheap characters in the game. You should use him if you want to, build a very balanced team. He's probably one of the best cheap characters in the game, if not the best cheap character that there is in the game, with Roshi and Yajirobe, etc. Cyberman trash, Frieza Soldier trash, Kui trash, Dodoria low tier, Saruman low tier. I mean, Saruman could be mid because his transformation can be decent, but it's not that good. Guldo, it's low tier. Recoome, top tier, just like Nappa. He's a very similar character, has very high stats, lots of damage, instant access to the ultimate. His ultimate is annoying as hell to deal with. Like you're just trying to fight him in melee range, and then he ults and you stop crying. So he's broken as hell. Like, you can have these 2 guys on your team for 6 points and then get something like Vegeta on the team too. It's absolutely broken. Then Jason Barter, I think both are high tier. Barter is a little better though because of the speed, but both have, the access to the ultimate, and they do decent damage, they have decent speed, decent health. Like, they're very good and very cheap. Ginyu, it's kind of worse, but his ultimate is very gimmicky, and it can be a real problem for the enemy. So I think he's low high tier, or like he's like the best mid tier, maybe something like that. Frieza, well, the last forms of Frieza are strong, but not as strong as other characters. I would say that he's just like the best in mid tier 2 or like low high tiers. You can discuss it, but he's not that relevant. Dr. Gero and Android 19, I would say that they are actually high tier because they have this mechanic in which they can like steal health from you, and it gets very annoying very quickly, and they are actually pretty strong for the cost. So yeah, they are pretty good. 18 and 17, I mean, it's hard to say. They could also be NF high tier or high mid tier. I feel like 18 is better than 17 because of the abilities that she has, and the Destructo disc, it's really good. So yeah, I think that's fair for both characters. 16 is very bad. He's not good. Cell, always we're only gonna rank 1, but Cell is high tier. Like his last forms are really good. His base forms are also pretty competitive. They have decent speed, decent damage. He has also health, stealing. So he's pretty good. So Junior, trash. Spopovich, trash. Deborah is actually mid. Like, he has decent combos, decent damage. Not that much of a high cost. Like, he's pretty decent. Babidi, it's awful. Majin Buu, it's kind of mid. Nothing really to say about it. Like, most forms of Majin Buu are not that good. Super Buu, though, it's high tier also, just like with Cell, because Buu tanks and Buuhan are good. And it's not that hard to get into those forms, and he's again not that expensive, so he's pretty good. Do not sleep on Super Buu. I haven't seen that many people play him. Kid Buu is also high tier, but he's very expensive, so I wouldn't say that he's like top of high tier. He is low high tier because the cost is too high for what he offers, but he's not weak. He's a good character too. Super Garlic Jr., I actually feel like he's decent, so I'm gonna put it on high mid tier. He's not that bad. Dr. Wheeler, it's low tier. I don't know, maybe trash, but not that relevant, I think. Turles, also mid. Like, he's pretty decent too. Nothing to really say about him. He's just decent. Cooler, I actually think that Cooler is top tier. He's only 6 points. His transformed version is crazy. Like, it does crazy high damage. It has super high stats. Like, Cooler combos you 2 times, like from the back, and you're dead. Like, he does like 18k with each combo if the people does not broke it, because you can do a super with only 2 like key bars. So yeah, Cooler's super strong, dude. I haven't also seen that much people playing him. Like, do not sleep on Cooler, dude. It's super strong. Slug, mid, not that much to say. Metal Cooler, it's awful. I actually think that he's low tier. Like, he's horrendous. 13, it's actually also like potentially top tier or the best high tier, because his transform version again has crazy high stats. It's insane how much health and damage he can do. He's also not that slow. Like, he's strong, and we're gonna leave him there though, because I don't think that he's stronger than Cooler. Bojack, it's kind of low high tier. It's not as strong as 13 or Cooler, but he's still pretty good. Yeah, he could be around here. Janemba, like, nah, dude. If you're gonna play Janemba, you're gonna play Super Janemba. We're actually just going to rank Super Janemba. I think that he's top tier. Like, the cost is not that high. The combos are insane. Like, they are crazy. He does high damage. He's crazy fast. Like, he's a very viable pick. If you want to play something like Janemba or like movie characters, he's really strong. I can't say that he's high tier. I feel like he has to be top. Tapion is like, again, low high tier or mid, high mid tier because of the combos, only because of that, and because he's low cost. Like, he's pretty good also. Any character that has access to crazy combos, it's pretty good at the game. Base Broly, it's top tier because you have access to legendary Broly, and legendary Broly, it's crazy, it's insane. The same with this, Broly from Super, just equally strong. Both, and where's base Vegeta from Super? There you go. So base Goku from Super and base Vegeta from Super are also top tier because they are only 5 points each. You get another 5-point character in your team if you want to use them, and you get to fuse. So you can use, base Goku leave him with like 1 health bar, change to Vegeta, the same with Vegeta, and then fuse into Vegito or Gogeta, get your health back. It's a crazy strong, you know, strategy to use, so they are top tier. Ultra Instinct, you know, both versions are of course top tier. There's nothing to discuss about that. Gogeta, the same as Vegito, one of the best characters in the game, if not the best character in the game. Then we have Super 17, Android 17 from Dragon Ball Super. I actually think that he is a high tier. Like, his ultimate is crazy strong, even though it takes, you know, health from him. You can use it when you're about to die, or use it and then change, and you get health back, and it does a lot of damage. He has, of course, instant access to the ultimate. You don't need to charge ki. And for some reason, he feels super strong in terms of the androids. Like, he's one of the strongest androids, so we're gonna leave him there. Then we have Frieza from Super, high tier. It's good, but it's too high cost for what he can do, but he's good. Base Kaba, also high tier, great pick. Like, the transformations are great. He's very balanced. Hit, also high tier. Some people would say that he's top tier, but I feel like the cost is too high. We can leave him, you know, over here, but yeah. He's really strong, but not that strong. Goku Black, I actually think that it's top tier. Like, the Goku Black transformed form, you know, the Rose form, it's crazy. It's super good, and it's not that, you know, high cost. You can play, for example, both Goku and Vegeta from Super and have a Goku Black, and it's going to be a crazy strong team. After that, we have Zamasu. Zamasu's pretty mid. He's not good, sorry. This is the version of Zamasu that's good. Fuse Zamasu is insane. Like, even though he's high cost, when he transforms, he's probably one of the strongest characters in the game. You could even put him around here. Like, he's comparable to the fusions. He's crazy strong. It's insane. Bergamo, I actually haven't played him like that much. He's probably mid. Topo is top tier. Just like the fusions, you know, his transformation state, it's insane. He's crazy strong, crazy stats, fast, strong, no discussion. And even though the cost is high, it's probably worth it. Then we have, Rosie, Kakunsa, Rebran. Kakunsa could be high tier because she's too fast, but Rosie and Rebran are mid or low right away. They are not good. Caulifla and Kale are high tier. They are not top because it's not comparable, I think, to, or maybe it is. Yeah, they are top tier because you can do a fusion, and the character it's crazy. Like, Kefla is comparable to Vegeta or Gogeta. It's that strong. So yeah, these two characters are also, you know, crazy. You can do the same strategy now with, you know, Goku and Vegeta from Super. You fight with both, get them low health, then fuse, and the match basically starts all over again for you, and you win. Then we have Beerus and Whis. They are both, you know, they are crazy strong, but the cost is too high for DP battles. I think they are high tier. Like, they are very strong, of course, but you can only get one, like, another 5 cost character. You cannot even get, you know, Nappa and Rikuman, because that's 16. You're 1 point off. So yeah, you will have to play Roshi, for example, and Nappa or Rikuman. So that's a strong team, but I feel like a team with, you know, with 2 characters to fuse and another strong character is stronger than having Beerus or Whis and, for example, Nappa or Rikuman and Roshi. Frost, it's awful. This puts him a low tier. He probably deserves low tier. Then we have Kefla. Basic Kefla is top tier. Fusion, nothing to say about him. Fusions are the meta of the game. Anilasa, it's probably high tier actually. The character is pretty strong. There is a lot of people that have crazy results with this character. So I'll leave him there. He's, you know, a character that nobody plays, but he seems to be strong. Then we have Dispo. Dispo is also high tier because of speed combos. Very similar, you know, to something like Barter. But you know, you can have a character like Dispo for 3 points less. So maybe he should be here. Then Jiren. Jiren, I also feel like he should be, you know, like top of high tier. He's super strong, but he's very high cost. But he can transform. Yeah, no, he's top tier. Yeah, the transformation justifies him being top tier and the cost. Base GT, this is my hot take. I actually think that Base GT is bad. He's probably, you know, best of mid tier or the worst high tier, something like that. Like, the character is not good. And when you go to Super Saiyan 4, you need a lot of time to get into Super Saiyan 4 because you need a lot of skill points. And Super Saiyan 4 does not feel that strong. Like, it's good, but it's not comparable to other characters. I feel like, for example, Namegoku destroys Super Saiyan 4. I don't know, man. We are gonna respect the character and leave him here, but I don't know if he deserves to be there. But Super Saiyan Goku, you know, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, it's cool. And it's kind of debatable how strong, you know, this character is. But yeah, he can be good. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. If we're gonna put base GT Goku on high tier, we're also gonna put, you know, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta here. But again, I don't know if he deserves it. Like, I actually feel like he's very expensive and maybe not that strong. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, top tier, probably the best character in the game. Like, this is probably the best character in the entire game. Like, he's crazy strong. It's actually insane how strong he is. And you probably, you know, are doing a good thing by using the all points that he needs so you can play him. We're almost done. Pan is, it's made because she has access to, you know, some annoying abilities, but she's not that good. Uv, I love Uv, but he's mid. Baby Vegeta, I would actually say that he's high tier, like Super Baby 2. It's pretty strong, but his stats are not that good. But he's not weak, so I'm not gonna put him on mid. Like, he's a good option. Since Shenron, this is actually like a mid character. He has very high stats, but he's too expensive for what he can offer. And then we have, you know, Goku from the new anime. He's fun, but it's not that strong. So this is the tier list, guys. I hope that you liked the video. There, so you can see it completely. This is my opinion on the game. I feel like if you want to play DP battles, like, you need to balance, you know, power, like strength in terms of the character, and the cost, and how cost efficient they are because of the transformations that they have or the abilities that they have access to, you know, like Yajirobe with the Sensus, you know, Master Roshi being having the option to be untargetable, sorry. Bardock, you know, having instant access to the ultimate, you know, stuff like that. Tapion having crazy combos, you know, etc. So I feel like this is a good representation of my experience with the game. And I feel like I'm, you know, I have a pretty decent tier list. I don't feel like this is like a bad, you know, tier list at all. So thank you for watching the video. I hope that you're enjoying Sparking Zero. I'm having a blast with it. It's super fun. And have an amazing week, guys. Like and subscribe if you like the video, and see you on the next one.